Today's video is all about the new season of Siege. Operation New Blood released yesterday, and I have a ton of tricks to show you in this video. Now make sure to drop down into the comment section and let me know what rank you're looking to get this season, and of course smash that like button. We're aiming for 100 likes on this video. Now if you're new, hit the sub button and the notification bell, and without me talking anymore, let's get started. It's Alan from the Dangleberries here, once again here with Elevate to bring you some crazy tips and tricks that you need to be using in this new season. Starting off here on a Skyscraper inside the second floor exhibition hall. Now this is a really sick trick you can do with Goyo. So if you jump up onto this little counter here, and on the side of this TV, if you place a Goyo right up in the top left here, making sure that it's right up in the top left corner of the TV, and then if you come to the edge here and you just drop off the shelf just a tiny bit, you can turn, look at the canister and vault up on top of the little wall. Now once you're up here, there's so many different angles that you can use. You can open up an angle all the way through terrace into drum and onto that single wall that leads into geisha, so you could have head holes on that wall and you can watch them walking in through that single wall, and you can pick them off before they've even pushed into the building. Now you can also open up the wall in towards the main site and watch that main wall, so if they get the wall open, you can sit up here, peek out and pick them off as they're trying to get into the site. And then of course you can also open up the other wall on the far side of the room to watch out towards Shrine. It's a really strong angle and setup, so I would advise you to try it out. And moving on to Clubhouse for this really sick spawn peak. Now I've actually showcased this on my channel before, but there's a new way to do it that doesn't require using a Zami or any kind of thing like that. So if you just jump up on the counter here and you run towards that middle shelf, making sure you're kind of turning to your left as you're running towards it, and after a few tries you'll be able to vault up onto the shelf in the middle of the room. Now if you make a small hole in the window at the top, you can actually see all the way out to the construction spawn as they're coming around the corner. They will not be expecting this as they're running towards kitchen to try and get the hatch open for the site down below. They will get caught off guard and you can get an easy pick. Now you can see it here from the other perspective, what this looks like and where the bullets are hitting. It's right out against that wall as they're coming around the corner between the building and the pillar. So there's the bullets on the walls there, and there's actually, you can see that the bullets have hit the tree as they're not even fully approached that corner yet, so you will have the upper hand on them as they're approaching to peek towards the window. Now onto Coastline for this insane parkour angle that you can do. So right where this little concrete slab is, if you vault up on top of that and then wiggle your way up onto the top part and then drop slightly down off of that, if you look towards your left and then run and turn to your right, you can vault up on the higher ledge. You then have to kind of shimmy your way up the side of this concrete and you'll get up on top of the wooden beam. Now once you're up here, you can walk across the beams and you have endless angles onto the hookah door, onto the window, onto the stairs window, and of course aquarium door as well. You can watch the rotate into hookah as well, so if you actually walk across the concrete all the way across to the other side, you can impact the wall inside with an ash charge and you'll be able to see into the other site. You can also see the VIP door while you're sitting on the front of the ledge. So this is an insane angle. There's so many options up here. It is an advanced angle. It's going to take some practice to get used to it, but once you get it right, you can do it very, very quickly at the start of the round and get some easy picks. Now this is a really sick evil eye spot located inside aquarium. Making sure you crouch right as you reach the wall and you place the evil eye. It'll be placed in a way that the glass on the countertop and the little gap underneath it is perfect for the evil eye's position. You'll see here when I get on the evil eye that I can shoot right through that little gap in the glass and the counter, and anyone peeking that aquarium door is going to find it really difficult to be able to shoot it out. Now not only that, it's very hard to see as well, so when they break open the window they might rappel up onto the platform, and as they're pushing the door they won't see it and you can hop on the maestro cam and start dealing damage to the attackers. You can see here, like I said, it's very, very difficult to see it, and it's even hard to shoot as well because it's so right perfectly positioned between the two gaps on the counter. Now moving on to Villa for this really sick angle that you can use inside vault. It's very straightforward but a really strong angle to use. Right in front of this little unit, if you shoot some holes in the floor, you'll be able to lay prone and watch all the way down to the doorway as they're coming into the red hall from the main lobby. Now the great thing about this angle is that not only is it very difficult for them to see you peeking down this hallway, you can also make another one on the left side of it to watch anyone pushing through piano out into the red 90 hall. Now, as I said, you can see from the other perspective here what this looks like, that the bullets reach all the way down to the door frame, but the attacker can't see the angle yet until they come down towards the arch. At that point, you would have already seen them and picked them off. So again, it is a very strong angle, almost like a one-way angle, because they have to put themselves in serious danger before you can pick them off. Now this is a really sick cade spot here as well for inside the vault. Reinforcing this single wall and coming around to the actual vault door itself, you can hide a cade behind the door, and it's really difficult for the attackers to see. So this is a great spot to remember, especially when they can drone through the drone hole, a Twitch drone, or they can shoot open the top and throw nades in. So this really does protect that wall and keeps it electrified from any breachers. Now this is a really sick C4 spot over here on Consulate. So inside this closet, a lot of people like to push in this closet window, take control of piano, push towards yellow staircase. So what you can do here is you could be ready for them. You make a small hole in the top of this wall here, and you can actually arch a C4 over that hole all the way out through the window. You'll see here in the room that basically once they have the window open, they're going to be droning, checking it to make sure, and you can just throw the C4 through that little gap and it'll go all the way outside the window. It'll catch them completely off guard, and realistically they could be sitting on a drone, and by the time they get off the drone, they'll already be C4'd. Now, of course, with the Fenrir nerf, the gadgets are no longer bulletproof, so you really have to find ways now to hide the gadgets. So here's a perfect one over here on Coastline in the hallway. You can put one inside the bush just outside the VIP door, and it's completely invisible to the attackers. They'll come walking out the door, wondering where it is, looking around, and by that point you would have swung from vase and picked them off. Really strong spot, I'd advise you to use it. And another one down inside offices here, so if you're trying to play the roam game, maybe catch some attackers pushing into offices, you can place one inside the bush, once again completely invisible to the attackers, and they'll walk through the door, they'll get hit by the gadget, and you can pick them off. I have a couple more to show you over on Chalet here as well, and if you'd like to see a full dedicated video to the best Fenrir spots, let me know down in the comments. So this one is in the basement hallway, and right in the washing machine you can actually place the gadget inside of it. So they'll be walking down the hallway from big garage, they won't see it, you can get hit by it, and by the time they have even peeked towards the door, they'll be blinded and you can pick them off. Now the next one is for inside the site itself. If they get the boiler wall open and they push in to try and get the diffuser down, this is a really cheeky spot. If you shoot the bottom of the shelving unit, making sure you get the little grooves where the wine bottles are fitted, you can lay prone and place one on the underside of the shelf. It's completely invisible, you'll catch them off guard when they're trying to plant a diffuser, and you can take control of the diffuser and secure the round. So that's it for the video, guys. Go down into the comment section, let me know your thoughts on it. If there's anything you want to see on the channel, let us know as well. Now if you're new, hit the sub button and the notification bell, of course, and if you haven't got your hands on all the Elevate skins, they're available in the OR6 shop, so I'd advise you to check them out. And until next time, I'll talk to you in the next one.